then that lets you know that obviously that relationship that person had with you wasn't as meaningful as, you know, you thought it was, the same way you had it with them. So yeah, with that said, I'm just going to go right into how I dealt with my situation, and I'm just going to give you just a little of history of what happened. So, okay. So, turns out I had a friend, and a situation happened with her partner at the time. I said I would get more into detail with things, but I'm not gonna get too much into detail. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just not gonna just put everything out there 100%. But I am gonna say a little more than what the previous video I have mentioned. So, misunderstandings, which I believe is misunderstandings. At the moment where this whole drama started, I personally was going through my own personal issues behind the scenes, and dealing with that, and then, you know, just acting, I guess, somewhat different or weird. This person took it as I was just isolating myself. And meanwhile, at that time also, it was a bittersweet situation for me because I had just got engaged. I had just moved in. I had maybe a few months that I had just moved into my new apartment. So I guess this person was starting to feel some type of way, that they felt like maybe because I was progressing or whatever the case might be, that I had all these positive things going in my life, they took it as a negative thing, saying that I was pushing that person, pushing them away because of these things happening to me. And that had nothing to do with the core issue that I was going through at that moment. So one thing led to another. This person always has been having yo-yo relationships, and of course me as a friend, I've been there and supported this person throughout our whole friendship of 7 years. And it just happens that one incident just crumbled up those whole 7 years like it never happened. Like I said, one thing led to another. They technically were broken up, and my fiance invited this person, so-called ex of my friend at the time, over. And we he was in over our house for New Year's. So I had family from out of town, plus my immediate family and things and that, so forth. So I'm just having fun, enjoying my family, quality time. I pull out my camera phone and just start recording, and boom, here it goes. I put it up on my Facebook and put it up on the YouTube, and then I get a call, and my friend is questioning me. Oh, well, why didn't you tell me that such and such person came over to your house, type of thing. One, maybe I was wrong by not saying anything, but two, thing is that you guys don't know the in-between, juicy stuff. It's just that by that time that this situation happened, I was somewhat over the drama, as I said, because I was going through my own personal issues, and I had to sort out my own issues for a change, instead of worrying about others and being somebody's supportive system and being somebody's shoulder to cry on all the time. I took a step back to evaluate my situation and say, you know what, I have to face my problems and just stop being Miss Therapist for everybody else. Ina has to take care of her. And by that time, because I said this person has been on a yo-yo situation throughout our whole friendship when it comes to relationships. So it just got to the point at that time, because I was so overwhelmed with my own issues. It also, that situation kind of overpowered me. So I was like, you know what? I decided to step away from that situation and leave it alone. So that's why by the time this person was invited to our home, I did not want to get involved. To my knowledge, to me, I thought that by not saying anything and just staying away from this person, the boyfriend of this person, well, ex at the time, that I just, that by staying away from that and not putting my 2 cents into it and not getting involved would basically, just, that's it. Like, I have nothing to do with this anymore. So my fiance invited him. We were hanging out, as I said. I post these videos up. Friend asked me questions, but basically it just alternated. Like, it just went from like 0 to 1,000 in amount of seconds, because I felt attacked in a way. Like, I felt that the situation could have been assessed in a total different way, instead of just accusing of like, oh well, I thought you were my friend type of thing, and it's about loyalty. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, just because I didn't tell you, technically this person was your ex at the moment. So, me as a friend, not only am I going through stuff, but at the same time, because I was already over that situation, because it was an on and off situation, and I was always there through the on and off, and it got to the point that I was just sick of it, and I decided to isolate myself from that drama. You know, technically, if someone is your ex and that person hangs out and they build a relationship with your friends or family, and you guys don't work out, and they decide to still hang out with the people that you introduce them to, you wouldn't think that you want to tell the person that, oh, hey, well, your ex is here. Like, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Especially as girlfriends, girls, you know what I mean? You're not going to want to go tell your friend that your ex, that your ex is with your brother or whatever the case might be. Especially after knowing if technically this person was such a bad boyfriend or an a-hole, whatever you want to call it. Didn't treat you to the quality that you deserve. Why would I run back to you and tell you that? So because of that, I was labeled a bad friend and that I was unloyal. So I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, so I took offense to that, because I knew that from day one that I met this person, I was loyal to her and I was being the best friend that I can. Not to throw it in the face, but I've been there, through thick and thin. So I just felt that basically that this one bump, I never thought, it never crossed my mind that this one incident would be the it factor to end a relationship like that. Even if I was wrong, I just felt that, damn, that could have been something that if we were really that close, so I thought, that would be something that we could have talked about, and that person could have said, hey, you know what? You really hurt me. I think you really effed up on me. And, sorry, I threw an F-bomb in there. I apologize. But you guys get my drift. Like, that's something that it could have been addressed like that, but it wasn't addressed like that. It was just, you were not my friend, you were unloyal, like, I can't trust you anymore type of thing, yada yada yada. And it just led to one thing to another, that like Facebook pages were just, blocked, and other people just decided to cut me off, and people just taking sides from the other side, not hearing my side of the story, not caring about nothing. I was totally hurt and devastated. I never been through such a breakup like that with a friend. And it really hurted me. So, it took a while for me to basically, pick myself back up and just stay strong and just, just take it as how whatever it went, I decided to just take it as a blessing, because, God knows what he does. So obviously for that to happen, there has to be a purpose for it. But you see, I see it now like that because I'm getting closer to God. So that's basically one of my things that I wanted to tell you guys, that one of my ways to try to get over this breakup, this friendship breakup, was, number one, I started just getting a little more active to distract my mind out of it. Like, that's when I started thinking about going back into my losing weight journey. That's when I started to try to get back to school, and I got enrolled and I went back to school. I was still doing my regular shift at work. I was just trying to really stay like involved in like a lot of activities, or just not think about it. Another way that I was doing this was also talking about it. I know that for a lot of people it was like, oh my gosh, like, can you stop talking about it, get over it? But for me, I feel like the more you talk about it, you wear out about it. And then I guess I just needed some type of like closure, because there was like no real like closure when it came down to the situation. Like, it was just like nothing ever happened. Like, how would you feel if you're going out with someone for like years, and they decide to break up with you through a text, let's say, or like email, and they don't give you no type of explanation of why you're breaking up, where did this come from, like, is there something we could work out? Nothing. And I mean, in this situation, I tried anything possible to try to make this work. I try to reach out to the person in several different ways: text, email, voicemails, and obviously by that person not responding back, that let me know that they did not want to try it out. And finally, when they responded back, it was a nasty email calling me all kinds of names and saying I'm the crazy one and how dare I pull out their cards on certain things, and basically just told me, like, just bye, deuces, I don't want to deal with you no more, don't even try to contact me ever again, type of thing. So I was like, you know what, it really hurted me. I cried my eyes out. It's not what you guys think, but it is what it is. And so yeah, that's another way that I try to cope with it. I just try to talk about it a lot. I try to find different opinions and suggestions for people. A lot of people that personally know me, and very few people that knew my friend, they all came back with the same kind of response. So that's another thing that helped me, like, kind of heal through my grief, because I really was feeling guilty, like, oh my god, like, did I really do something wrong? But at the same time, if I did something wrong, as best friends, when your friend is doing something wrong or did something wrong to you, it's your duty to let that person know, like, hey, listen, you gotta put that person on check. Like, that's why you guys are best friends. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you guys are there for each other, to let each other know, like, okay, you know what, you're messing up. Okay, you know what, you did this, I didn't like that, da da da. So for that person not to do that and just run with it, then that kind of proved to me, then that means that you weren't really my friend as I thought you were. You understand? So yeah, talking about it, getting more in activities, and like I said, because I started beginning to get closer to God, of course, like, that's a major part of it, why I was able to handle it the way that I did, so calmly, in a way, trying to go through the whole forgiveness and just look at it in a different perspective and just move on from it and not keep holding grudges. I'm not going to say I'm 100% free from holding a grudge, but I'm working on it. I mean, I don't want to call it grudge, but I do still have somewhat of an anger in me. Like, I still wish I can, I guess, go back and fix whatever I messed up. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It just feels like if you had only that one chance to impress, I don't know, the president or something in your life you wanted so bad, I guess, and you just mess up and they just say, oh, bye, and you just don't get that opportunity ever again, and it kills you, and in the back of your mind, like, damn. Yeah, so, like, it's hard for you to let it go that you messed up in the way you did, so yeah, I mean, that's basically it, guys.